Hi. So let's talk about social and emotional learning, SEL. We are all witnesses to the ongoing evolution in the world of education, and this is being driven by advancement in technology. So, for fellow educators and those who have been in the teaching space for a while, you must have recently observed the term edutech. And quite frankly, this is the major breakthrough in the educational sector. I'm so excited for what it holds for the future. So back to the evolution thingy, it's also influenced by changes in societal needs and also the growing recognition, of the importance of holistic learning experiences for our children. And by this, I mean education has gone beyond the grades and scores, and it's no longer about the A's and B's or even the F's. Hold on. I am in no way trying to endorse mediocrity. Of course, we should do well. We should have good grades in school. But academics has now become only a tiny little portion of education. It is beginning to shift its focus from academic achievement to the, personality of the individual, the total personality of the individual. So I used to know this learner, 4 5 years old. She's brainy, smart, the type you'd readily call an Einstein, but she's severely character flawed. Now, the logical thing to think is, how does that affect anything? Oh, well, it does. Because SEL is a framework designed to equip our learners, with essential skills for school, for work, and for life. So I'm a firm believer that um, academics can only take you there, but character will keep you there. I believe it. I believe it. And that settles it. But that's on a lighter note. So for parents, yes, I'd like to add at this point that the day you started a family, began one, you became a teacher by default. So as education continues to evolve, we as educators and parents should embrace the trends, right? So that we can better prepare our children for success in an ever-changing world. When we are handed our report cards or result sheets like we are familiar with, I know there's this conditioning, in us that makes us pay almost 100% attention to the grading aspect of the results. So we want to just find out, okay, how well is my child doing? How great are their, scores in this subject or that subject, the core subjects most especially. But I'm here to bring to our consciousness and our awareness that we should also pay as much attention to the behavioral performance section or column of the result sheet. Now, this might not be similar across all schools, but they are essentially saying the same thing. This point or portion of the column deals with the personality of the child, how cautious, how respectful, obedient, ability to work with little or no supervision, how organized, how neat they are. And educators, let's not mindlessly fill the column. So this is a call for us to be intentional with our children, be intentional with our learners, so that we don't mindlessly give them, scores that don't match up to their personality traits. And for parents, this portion of the column is quite important. SEL encompasses a wide range of skills that enables your child to better manage their emotions, to learn to set and achieve positive goals, to learn to establish and maintain positive relationships, to learn to be empathetic towards other people, right? And many more. So SEL is very indispensable. This is not just another technique or another new term. This is a foundational work that prepares your child to be successful, not just in school, but beyond school. Now, there are numerous applications, but I would like to share a few. So, for educators, we can implement early morning check-ins or meetings. I know we are familiar with the term set induction. This is where we prep our children for the academic work ahead. But let's also be very intentional. Let's try to ask engaging questions rather than generic questions. Let's ask them to share their experiences, right? Let's, yeah, like I said, be creative. Now, this gives this child a sense of belonging. So they are not just being prepped up for the academic work, but there's something that happens to their um, entirety, that happens to their personality, right? So we can do that. Then we can promote the culture of empathy in our schools. So for assemblies, I believe that all schools organize assemblies. So we can also draft, a topic that can be likened to empathy or has something to do with empathy or even cooperation. Just find something around those terms and work on it. You can even make it a theme for the term, right? You can teach your children conflict resolution strategies. They are kids and they'll fight every now and then, right? There'll be the cranky ones, there'll be the the what's the word, the ones who feel victimized, right? And all of that. Children can be emotional beings. In fact, they are emotional beings. So they should be taught how to, manage their emotions, how to, manage stress and even anxiety. You'll be surprised the percentage of kids who struggle with anxiety. A lot struggle with anxiety because the learning the learning experience can be quite a lot, right? Then we can also teach them mindful exercises, teach them relaxation techniques, right? You can teach them to be very expressive. There are a lot of things we can do to our kids, and it doesn't have to be so much. Then we can also involve the parents as well. We can sell to them the SEL initiatives when they come for the PTAs or PTCs, whichever term you're familiar with. Now you want to implement these principles, or you want to educate them on these principles. So you're teaching them skills like active listening, skills like maintaining relationships, strengthening relationships as well, right? So these things are, you want the parents to get involved as much as the educators are involved, right? And then in the digital age, yes, this is a digital age, we want to teach them how to navigate the online space responsibly and safely as well. So we have to teach them, online empathy. We have to teach them things like cyberbullying prevention and terms like that. Understand that SEL is not just a technique, it is a framework, it is a foundational work. So when we prioritize SEL as educators and as parents or as families, we are empowering our children to thrive socially, emotionally, and of course, academically. Hope you learned something new today.